Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, B. Riley, and thanks for tuning into the channel. And today we're going to show you how to adjust a truss rod real quick on a guitar. This works on any guitar. It doesn't really matter what kind of guitar it is. The basic principles of a truss rod are exactly the same. Today we're working on a late 90s, early 2000s Gibson Les Paul Studio. And here we go. Let's go ahead and show you how to get this neck working properly. Okay, so our first priority right now is to try to get the neck geometrically where it's flat. You've got uniform string height across all the frets. And also it's great because when the neck isn't bowing forward, the pressure of the neck is pulled down into the pocket, the actual neck pocket of the guitar, so you get a higher level of resonance. Anyway, there's your nut for the truss rod. There's the truss rod inside the neck. It kind of bows forward, so this way that it counters the string pressure when it's bowing backward and you're tightening it up. Okay, if you need to tighten it up, you're going to use 1/8 of a turn at a time. And basically, the big priority here is just to make sure that you don't have that bow where you've got that drop away in the middle of the neck. What you want to make sure is that across every single fret, you've got a uniform height where you have no buzzing, where you can bend across the neck without it fretting out. And basically, it's preferential, just where you feel comfortable. All right, so that's basically what we're trying to create. And here is how we are going to create it. Okay, so here we are looking at the neck as it's laying flat. This is the best way to sight the neck, is just kind of look at the section between the 5th fret, the 12th fret, and 0. Basically, if you have a good uniform height, then you're looking pretty good. But you can look across this and obviously see that we've got a huge bow in the center. It's just not really that good. Now, I've met people who play with a bow like that in the center because they want to bend and they want to get that geometry all the way out, but me personally, that's not going to work. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to get this neck flat. Okay, so we've got our 5/16 on here, and it looks like I'm putting a lot of pressure on there, but I'm really just barely touching that and just kind of snugging it up like 1/8 of a turn at a time. And this thing was bowed forward pretty hard, so I gave it 2 good 1/8 of a turns. And now that we are back on the bench, we can see that the string, the low E, is actually resting on fret 1. And that we do have a flat neck when it's compared to the strings, but now we have to then adjust the nut, and we also have to adjust the bridge. And that's the kicker right there, is that when you do adjust the truss rod on any guitar, inadvertently you wind up changing the geometry around all of the surrounding components. So you then have to adjust the bridge, you might have to shim the nut. It really depends on the condition of the guitar, what kind of guitar it is. I mean, if you're taking apart an offset, you're going to be playing with shims all day and all night because a lot of us are actively using that tilt back method. So basically, you get your truss rod set up, you get your neck flat. That's the foundational priority here, is to get the neck flat. This is where your left hand is landing. This is where all of the action is happening. This is the most important part of the guitar. Forget about pickups, the butt end, the headstock, the tuners. Everything that you hear happens here. So you want to start off, get that foundation solid. Then after that, you want to move on to your bridge and then move on to the nut. When you get all 3 of them set up properly, it pulls the neck down and into the actual pocket straight that way. Gives you very, very minimal stress on the guitar. It also doesn't have the neck being pulled forward and being leveraged because the bowing is too far forward. So now we got a good flat foundation to go off on this. I'm going to adjust the bridge. I'm going to adjust the nut, see what I got to do there to get this thing working properly. And bam, we got one more on the road.